Hello and welcome back here to Consett Cricket Club. The players aren't quite back out after tea yet. The Tynedale fieldsmen on. It looks like Callum McCabe's just been measuring his run up there. David Newton open an option today as well. But the Tynedale fielders out there, we haven't got the opening Consett batsman yet. So there's just a chance quickly, if you didn't hear on our last broadcast, to inform you that Tynedale scored 228 for 7 of their 50 overs after being sent in to bat. Consett captain Gary Hunter won the toss, and that was the score they came out with after 50 overs. 228, which was a good effort, helped along not least by Callum McCabe, who scored his second 50 in as many weeks when he scored 70. James Rainford equalled his highest score of the season with 65. Tom Cant helped along with 31. Sam Mannion, he just got 4 in his innings, but Jamie Crichton helped along with 28 in his innings, and Ollie Fletcher in today for the missing Dan Parker. Ewan Stevenson not here either, but Fletcher taking a place in the first today. He hit a quick fire 20 at the end there, including a lovely little reverse flick down to the fine leg boundary for 4. So his quick fire 20 at the end took Tynedale's score up to that 228 for 7 after 50 overs. The wickets were shared amongst Hunter, Mansour, McCabe, and I think Stuart Graham got one as well, and there was a run out. Definitely a run out with Sam Peter, who was to get Ollie Fletcher back on strike near the end there. So that was the premise of that run out, to get Fletcher back on the strike, and it paid dividends with another boundary after that as well. So the umpires are on their way out now. We just seem to be waiting for the Consett opening batsman. But just a quick run, our next broadcast here on Spreaker Internet Radio will be at 6 o'clock. Then we'll go on with the commentary from there, and then there'll be updates on the hour until the close of play. So 6 o'clock, then 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and we can only go till 8:30. So we'll be on the air to bring you the result as well. So umpire Aslam and umpire Tiger Halliday out there now. They've just made their way out. Umpire Halliday not wearing his sun hat. He's got his jacket on this time because the sun's gone in. Might turn a little bit cooler here up in County Durham as the evening progresses on. But umpire Aslam there is just putting the bails on at his end with his sun hat on. And he has a pair of work trousers on with about 25 different pockets in for all his bits and pieces. So as we look to out there now, it looks like it's Callum McCabe who's going to open the bowling, but we still haven't got any batsmen at the moment. And the Tynedale field, Jamie Crichton behind the stumps. Tom Cant looks like he's going at first slip. Sam Peters going down to fine leg. I think he'll be opening the bowling with Aaron McCabe. But here come the batsmen now for Consett, and it's Stoko and Gary Hunter, the captain, who's coming out now, the left-hander. So we'll have to see who's going to take strike first. It looks like it's Stoko who's going up there, and Gary Hunter's making his way to the non-striker's end. So the sun disappeared there over the tea break, and there's a few ominous looking clouds away to the north in front of us. Get a great view from up the valley towards the Kilnpit Hill here from on the balcony. So it's Stoko, the right-hander, who's going to open. So there's going to be one slip and a gully. A close point there. Peter's coming up into the slips as well, is he? Yes. We've got a fine leg as well. We've got a mid-wicket, we've got a cover, we've got a mid-off and a mid-on. So it's going to be McCabe to open, right arm, medium fast seam bowler. He's coming from right to left as we watch the play here from square of the wicket. And umpire Aslam is just checking with the scorers across to our left hand side, behind the wicket keeper. So here we go, first ball of the Consett innings. He's in and bowls short, and it's pulled, and it's 6 runs. 6 from the first ball for Stokoe. A pulled shot, sailed over the head of fine leg there, and that might be the first ball to disappear, and Captain Tom Cant is already having to walk off here to find a new ball. And I didn't see it, whether it crossed the stone wall down there, but he certainly got hold of that one. It's 6 for no wicket, so 229 the target here, so it's 223 already for Consett to get to win this match in the league, in the I think it's the 8th game of the season in the Division 1 of the Northumberland and Tyneside Cricket League. And here we go, I think we found it. Yes, have we got it? No, have we? Yes, there we go, we found it. We've just got to retrieve some of the fielders now. They've been over, I think it's the cemetery of a field over the back there, and I think that was Fletcher who had sailed over the head off on that fine leg boundary on the far side. So let's see if we can do something a bit better here. So with that intent, I think Stokoe and Hunter the captain have showed their intent, but here we go. Here's McCabe again, and he's pulled it, bowling too short to another 6. 2 sixes to start the innings here. So 12 for no wicket, Consett. 12 for no wicket. And the short again, and the pitch isn't playing fast at all. It didn't in the first innings. So we'll have to watch yourself. There's no point, can't change in the field just at the moment. I mean, he has got quite a few runs in hand here, but they don't want to go on too much like this one. Too much like the first 2 balls here. So we've got 2 slips of gully, a point close to the wicket here, and we've got McCabe. Maybe see him pitch this ball up this time. If he over pitches Stokoe, I'm sure we'll deal with him. But here he comes now and bowls. That was a better length there from McCabe, and there's just, well, pitched up further this time, a good length, and it's just pushed straight back down along the pitch, and there's no run to Mannion there at mid-off. The ball just passing the near side of the stumps at the bowler's end to us here. We're down behind backward point up on the balcony of the double-decker pavilion here at Consett Cricket Club. And here's McCabe again now, bowling to Stokoe. He's in and bowls outside the off stump, and it's through to Crichton, the wicketkeeper, who takes it cleanly enough and gives it to Tom Cant there at second slip, who gives it to Rainford. He pops a little catch round the offside field to Dag, and it'll go all the way around past through to Mannion, and he'll throw a little catch up for McCabe. So here's McCabe again now. Charges in past the umpire and bowls outside the off stump again, and it's through to Crichton, the wicketkeeper, and there is no run. And again the ball released round the offside field. So 12 for no wicket, Stokoe 12, Hunter yet to face the ball and yet to get off the mark. 229 the target, so 217 now to win for the hosts here. 217 to win off a maximum of 50 overs. Here's McCabe now, tall, slim figure running in now to bowl to Stokoe. He's there, and that's a better length bowled, and he just plays that one from the crease, square out onto this offside, and there is no run. So the end of the first over, 2 sixes from it. The main scores that's got it to 12, well, the only scores are 2 pull shots, one over fine leg and one over mid-wicket from Stokoe, and the score 12 for no wicket. He's on 12, and Hunter yet to score. So here we go. It's going to be Sam Peter to open the bowling, along with Colin McCabe. Sam Peter got a bat today, right at the end of the Tynedale innings, but here he is now. Right arm, fast, medium fast pace bowler, seam bowler, and he'll be bowling to the left-handed Hunter with one slip, a fine leg. And have we got... oh, we're going to have a break and play here because the side screen needs to be on the move, and Fletcher's after it. John Chapman, one of the batsmen to come for Consett, is on his way as well, and he looks like he's gone a bit too far there, but is that okay for Fletcher? I think so. He's going to push it back a bit, get him down the hill. It's on a bit of a hill, so okay, there we go. We're set up with a side screen here at Black Fine across to our left hand side. So Sam Peter bowling now from left to right as we watch the play. He'll be bowling to Hunter with a slip, a fine gully, a point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, square leg and a fine leg. Here goes Peter now, and that's down the leg side, and that's well taken, diving to his right there from Crichton, with his long sleeves on there, one-handed diving to his right, so the radar just slightly down the leg side for Peter to start, and he got a good practice ball. Well, it wasn't a practice ball when he was playing midweek against Burnham Field, but he's been playing cricket all week, has he? And he's in again. That short down the leg side, and there's a shout behind. There was a noise, but just a half-hearted appeal there from the Tynedale fieldsman, and it sounded a little bit like it clipped his thigh pad or something like that, or the top of the flap of the pad. I think it was rather a case there. Well, he's shouted, so I'm going to have a little shout as well, but it's okay though. Here's Peter now with the ball back at the end of his run. Long strides, smooth run up to the wicket. Here he comes and bowls. That's down the leg side again. That's 3 down the leg side now, and a pull shot attempted there from Hunter, but he doesn't get anything on it, and there's no run. It's still 12 for no wickets. Hunter yet to score. Stoko at the other end, 12 not out with those 2 sixes before. And here's Sam Peter again now, and 9 wind turbines up there on the hills above us are still twirling round. They haven't got much above medium pace today, those wind turbines, but there's Peter bowling outside the off stump, a good length, and Hunter lets this one through going forward to the wicketkeeper Crichton, and there's no run, and that there'll be 1 ball left in the over now. I think there's 1 ball left. I haven't seen umpire Tiger Halliday usually gives a little signal over to his colleague, so there may be 2, but he's got several jumpers weighing him down at this end, has umpire Halliday. But here's Sam Peter again now. Up he comes and bowls to Hunter, who goes to pull, and that's another one. He's out. He's hit it this time, and whether that was the plan or not, trying to get him to pull away, but the 4th ball down the leg side. Hunter went to pull, and he's feathered it through to Crichton, the wicketkeeper, and he's gone for a duck. The score's 12 for 1 in the second. I can't see the overs. Can you see the overs from there, Stace? Can you see the overs from there? I just can't. I think that was just a second. This is just a second over. Yes, at last I thought we'd been on a while there. Well, we've had to look for the ball for quite a long time, for twice already. So that's just a second over. So Consett 12 for 1 in reply to 228 for Tynedale. Still another 217 to win for the home side here. Now the new batsman in, right-handed. It's Cameron Mansour, arguably the best batsman on his day in the Northumberland and Tyneside Cricket League. Finished top of the list last year. Now he's out there taking his guard from umpire Tiger Halliday, who's just telling him to move the bat towards himself at the moment. Now he puts a little scratch in the turf there, and bends down, gives himself a little stretch. So there's going to be 1 slip, a gully, a 3rd man, a square leg, a point, a cover, a mid-off and a mid-on. And it's going to be Sam Peter who's bowling to the right-hander. Yeah. Umpire Halliday just takes his place behind the stumps. The slip in the gully goes down. Hands on knees at the minute. Here's Peter now, up to Mansour. And that's bowled. It's dropped. Diving to his left there, just in front of square leg is a drop. Dag's dropped it, diving to his left, and that was a mistimed pull from Mansour. And if they could have got him there, Tynedale would have been jumping for joy. But that's the end of the over, the end of the second over, and it's 13 for 1 Mansour got off the mark there with a single. Stoko's got 12, Mansour 1, and there's 2 of us gone of this reply. 13 for 1, 216 now, and Mansour's been dropped off his first ball. Didn't seem to go too fast because we didn't get everything on it, but Dag had to go to his left quite a way, just in front of the artificial pitch there, but it went down, so it's as you were, and it'll be McCabe to continue here. And we'll go to the end of this over here on our latest broadcast here on Cricket West Tyne on Spreaker Internet Radio and via YouTube on the Cricket West Tyne channel on YouTube. So we've got Mansour to face up with 2 slips, a gully, a point, an extra cover, a mid-off, mid-on, and a fine leg and a square leg. McCabe in bowls outside the off stump, and Cameron Mansour just lets that one through to Crichton with little difficulty, and he turns away towards square leg there. And for all the world, Dag there just about to get the ball again. Gives his bowler some encouragement here. And we've got Mansour on strike, just takes his stance now. Here's McCabe charging in and bowls over the wicket outside on the stumps this time, and Mansour plays forward back to just off onto the far side to David Newton there, who's at deep mid-on at the moment. Gives the ball a little polish on his left thigh there and has another look at it, and he just gives it another good polish, and now he pops up a little catch to Colin McCabe. But here we go now. Here he is, 2 slips in a gully, waiting for McCabe. Here we go, just sets off, pounds up, bowls now to Mansour, who goes half forward there, and that came off the outside half of the bat and just runs along the ground onto this offside, which is the nearest side to us here, and there's no run. And again he disappears out towards square leg there, tucks the bat under his left arm, shirt sleeves on, just his cap, and he comes back in now and just takes his pace. We've got the sun back here now at Blackfine Consett. Here's McCabe, up he comes and bowls, and that's played and missed at that one, and that cut him in half on the crease. Wasn't a very positive swing of the bat there from Mansour, and it went through to Crichton, and no run there to Consett. It's still 13 for 1. Stoker's 12 not out. Mansour has 1, and we're only in the 3rd over of the reply here. We've had 2 sixes off the first 2 balls. We've had a wicket and we've had a drop chance already. But here's McCabe now when he comes again, bowling on the stumps, and that's turned through mid-wicket, racing up towards the boundary, and I think he'll get 4 runs for that. He's got 2 so far, and it's just trickled over towards the piles of cut grass on that far side beyond the mid-wicket boundary. So 4 more to the total. That takes the score to 17 for 1 in the 3rd over here. Bowled by, well, it's been bowled at the moment by McCabe, and here he is again. 17 for 1 now. Mansour's gone to 5 with that shot through mid-wicket there. So here's McCabe again now, bowling to the big fellow on the crease. He's there and bowls, and that has him backing up and playing back to Rainford there at point, and there's no run. That's the end of the over. It's 17 for 1. Mansour 5 not out, and Stoko 12. 3 overs gone in the reply, and it's Consett 17 for 1. Wicket needing 229 to win this match. So there we go. We'll be back here. What's the time now? 5:20. We'll be back at 6 o'clock for our next broadcast here on Cricket West Tyne on Spreaker Internet Radio, kindly sponsored by the Royal Oak Hotel at Consett Colliery, Experts in Business, the Business Consultancy, Canton Brisland Dairy Products, and we've had support from the Tynedale Beer Festival, where you can book your tickets now on their website, tynedalebeerfestival.org.uk, or find them on social media. But I'll leave you until 6 o'clock with the score Consett 17 for 1 in pursuit of 229 to win, and it's the 4th over of a maximum of 50, and at the crease are Mansour 5 not out and Stoko 12. The man out is Gary Hunter, and the wicket went to Sam Peter. So there we go. Speak again at 6 o'clock. Consett 17 for 1.